All right, we're ready.
Are we live?
We're ready.
Okay. I will call this Town of Vinalhaven Board of Selectmen's meeting for Tuesday, April 21, 2026 to order. Number one, roll call, Tom Anthony, Eric Gasparini, myself, Elizabeth Bunker, Margie Stratton, and Peyton Warren is via Zoom. To approve agenda with additions, we have 5A and 9B. Should I read them?
So moved.
Second.
Seconded.
Peyton beat you
All
to
in
it.
favor? Okay, number 3, minutes. Approve minutes from the April 7, 2026 meeting.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? I keep forgetting to say that. Number 4, approve and sign treasurer's warrant number 43.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Can't write fast enough.
Chop shop.
Shorthand.
I know.
Number 5, communications. A, letter from Maine Municipal.
This is just to you as town officials saying that the nominations for the Legislative Policy Committee are open. Don't usually have any nominations from our board. I did serve, years ago, I did serve on that committee. It's when legislation that affects municipal government comes through, this committee looks at it and makes a recommendation either to pass or not pass, or maybe not even have an opinion on it. But do you have any interest in nominating anyone?
You need more on your plate, right, Marge?
No, I'm not.
Andrew, you interested?
Anyway, it's a letter to you, so I
Okay.
wanted to make you aware of it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for that. Number 6, speakers from the floor. Seeing none, seeing one who has nothing to say. Number 7, committee and departmental reports and appointments. 7A, downtown projects.
Gabe is not here.
Gabe is not here.
Oh dear.
Downtown project is moving along.
Marge, do you have anything?
Well, my part of the update was that we, after we put the bids out for the parking lots, they came in high, and both bids, I think I gave you a copy of the bid tabulation. But they were both, well, the technical term is non-responsive. The bid from Proc Marine was non-responsive because the mobilization cost exceeded 10% of the base bid, so that was unacceptable. And the bid submitted by DP Porter Contractors was non-responsive due to the omission of required bid documents. So it will be rebid at some point. I don't have a date for that. I think I'm gonna go get my phone and text Gabe and see if she's gonna be logging on.
Want me to text her?
Yeah, could you?
We are a little ahead of the game, so maybe she.
Well, no.
She is usually right on though.
I know.
I'm just trying to think, I guess there's so much going on. I don't know. Does anybody have any specific questions about the project and what's going on right now?
It's good to see stuff being done and
Yeah.
getting done.
Generally, I think the community, that's the feeling that I'm getting. Like, yeah, it's disruptive, but it's a good project. We know that it has to be done. So, I mean, that's really nice. That I think the community has been really good about the disruption.
Are both boat ramps completed?
No, the commercial is completed as much as we can, but when we excavated at the top and took some of the pavement off, it was noted that the blocking, there was some blocking that should have been replaced that wasn't.
Okay,
I don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
Yep.
So
There's
we've
two
ordered,
roads that were
yeah,
covered
so we've,
with tar that they didn't know.
yes, so we've ordered those, but, they have to be, created through a specific, what?
Vendor.
Yeah, so American
about-
Concrete has that order and
How about,
Should be.
the town parking lot?
it's not done yet, as far as I know.
Still working.
Well, we had the deadline of the 16th of April, that's why I'm asking, so. That's why I was asking.
I think as long as they're not touching the water, as long as they're working on the upper part of it,
Right.
they can work after the 16th of April. They had to be out of the water
Oh, okay.
part of it.
Thank you, that's a good question.
Anything from Dee?
She's coming.
Okay.
She said she was just had a call that was running over, but she was on her way shortly.
Okay. Should we move on and then just go back
Yeah.
when she
Sure.
pops on?
Yeah,
I have
Okay.
a quick thing, maybe take up some time. I've been working with Letitia Van Buren over at the Knox County EMA. Is that what she is?
emergency management,
Yeah. She's gonna add a layer to our interactive parcel viewer that we can like highlight which sections of road will have, are being worked on, and we can update it day to day. It'll just be another visual of her daily updates, so that will be kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
So that'll be coming hopefully maybe tomorrow. Hey, look, I wasted enough time. There's Gabe.
That wasn't a waste of time, that's kind of a cool bit of
Yeah, I thought it was a
information.
cool layer. Yeah, I think it would be neat.
is she?
There's
There
Gabe.
she is. Hey, Gabe.
Oh, you're muted.
I just to say I apologize back to back. So sorry
No worries.
for being late.
Um,
Am
we're-
I up?
Yeah, we were just
Oh,
talking
okay,
about the
okay.
downtown projects.
Okay, great. Marjorie, did you give any information yet?
Yeah, I just gave the update on the parking lot bids.
Perfect. Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the main sort of in progress update. And then, I mean, hopefully everyone's getting the regular updates. They're pretty much daily. The stormwater is coming along. Thanks everybody for your patience with the road closure and then the detours and the single lane traffic. It seems like they'll still be in the same place tomorrow, in terms of being across from the fish plant boat launch. Just trying, they have to hook up a catch basin there. Once that section is done, they're going to move back to Camden National Bank. They've gotten a different, or they brought a different hole ram to the island. The one they had before was smaller, and Kevin said that this new one, it doesn't make as much noise, so hopefully that'll be helpful. But they do have some more rock to break up down at Camden National Bank, so they can finish that section of pipe there. That catch basin is in, but they need to lay the pipe. And it looks like Dan Ford and his crew, they're pretty much done with the laying of the planks at the downtown parking lot boat ramp. They need to finish cleanup and laying some curb there. So that's their final piece. They may be done with that by the end of this week, or at least by next week. They were waiting on a few more planks for the commercial launch, and those should arrive this week. So it sounds like if everything goes well and the weather cooperates, they could be done by the end of next week, which is kind of what their anticipated schedule was, or at least by the first week of May was the plan to be like final completion. So they're on track, and that's moving forward. And I would say the only other thing is we'll be sharing some more updates on tomorrow night. We have our community meeting at 5 o'clock. So anyone who wants to, you can come to the town office and join with Marjorie and Kevin from the town office, or you can Zoom in. The information's on the town calendar on the website. You can find the Zoom link, or on the downtown project page on the website. The link is there. We are going to talk about the water main project. We don't really have a clear schedule of that. We just have a tentative idea of when that might happen, which is temporary water possibly happening in June. There are a few properties that are impacted by temporary water. We've reached out to those property and business owners already, and we'll be following up with them as we learn more and can involve them in the temporary water plan. Trying to think if there's anything else other than, the parking lot update that Margie gave you. Yeah, I'm just looking at my notes. I don't see anything. Does anybody else have any questions, or is there anything else that you can think of that I'm forgetting?
Are they gonna close the road and do the detour tomorrow, do you think?
I don't think so. It sounds like from here on out, there may be single lane traffic, but not the road closure.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions for Gabe?
Nope.
All right. No,
Great,
thank you,
thank you.
Gabe.
Thank you.
Okay, number 8, old business. A, sign amended remote participation policy.
So I just took out the draft and put in that executive session piece for that.
Okay, so we just have to sign?
Thank you very much.
Okay, 8B, budget review, fuel prices.
So given all of the significant increases in heating fuel and diesel, I had a meeting with the budget committee. Andrea's here. And actually it was Andrea's idea that, because I was thinking about going back and recalculating each one of those lines in the budget. But Andrea's idea, and I liked it, was just putting in a contingency line at the at the end of the budget, and then if we needed it, we could transfer money into individual budgets if we start to go over. So I did kind of a cursory calculation using current prices. I came up with 23,500, and I did put 25,000 in. You got a copy of this, right? Anyway, so that makes the budget go up 3.4% total, which still isn't bad. It was really great when we were at 1%.
Right.
But I wondered if that sounded like a good idea to you, and
Is it set up like a reserve?
well, it's, what I will do is when I go to town meeting, the way that the article will read is that, will you vote to approve a contingency account to be, so that amounts can be transferred to other budgets to supplement, for overages or something to that effect.
Specific to fuel?
It can be specific to fuel.
I mean, this is why we're doing
Yeah,
it.
that's why we're
so,
doing it.
yeah.
Would you do you think that it should say specific to fuel and heating lines?
Yeah,
Okay.
Can I weigh in?
Yes.
I would caution, I'm sorry, thank you for recognizing me. I would caution you against saying specific to fuel, because I think that the potential for the impact of the increased fuel is gonna surprise us. It's gonna come in places we never expected. I'm thinking, people that ferry tickets probably might
Right.
go up. So contractors that we bring in and have to pay their ferry tickets, it's gonna be death by 1,000 cuts. So saying specific to fuel might limit Marjorie a little too much to respond to that adequately.
That makes sense. I have no problem with the
Okay, makes
contingency
sense.
line, given the
current climate.
Thank you.
It's heartbreaking though, because she did such a great job bringing that budget
I
really
know.
tight.
You really did, Marge. You were on it. And life just threw you a hand grenade, so.
Yep.
So do we need a
So,
motion
I think
or?
I'd like a motion just to approve this final budget so that it could be in the document and in the minutes.
Okay, so I make a motion to approve the final budget for what fiscal year?
26, 27 fiscal year.
27.
And then these are the figures that will go to town meeting.
And these
So
are the
nothing
figures that
is-
will go to town meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Gotcha, Peyton, thanks.
All right, any other questions about any budget related? Yeah, okay.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you.
Questions? Thank you, Andrea. Okay. 9, new business. 9A, review and discuss MCOG proposal for comprehensive plan update.
So we've talked about this a few times, and we got the proposal from MCOG. We already had put about half of the money that we needed in the budget for the first year. What they're looking for is for you to authorize the town manager to execute a professional services agreement with MCOG for comprehensive planning services, subject to June annual town meeting voter approval of the year 1 funding. So, I don't know if you've had a chance to look through the agreement, but
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So moved.
I was gonna say, can we just go with what you said, Marge?
Second.
All in favor? Okay,
It was 9 years, no one's on one of my motions, I'm sure we're safe.
9B, mowing contract for town cemeteries and other properties.
so our mowing contract does say that if 3 months prior to the expiration of the contract, the contractor shall have the option to renew with the consent of the Board of Selectmen. Bruce has already come in and asked that we renew the contract with him. People seem very pleased with his work, so I see no reason not to. So I'm asking for your consent to renew that contract.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hayden? Yes.
Any questions or, okay.
Number 10, report of town manager.
Oh, excuse me, I got a call from the Berry Service Manager, EJ DuPont, saying that they're gonna add an extra trip on Friday, July 3rd, to try to get a few more people over here for us. It'll be the smaller boat, the Shay, but it does hold a fair amount of people and a few cars, so I think anything is good. He just wanted to let us know that that was in the plan. I'm still working on that loan for the SCADA system for the wastewater, but they have the application. So I was gonna check in with them tomorrow and see where that stands, but we should be approved and getting that money and be able to move forward with that project soon.
Good.
What was this? Oh, that was just my note about Kurt was gonna be here tonight.
Did they give any update on when the Thompson is gonna be back?
I did not, but I can ask him, I can get an update and I'll just send you an email.
I was over there yesterday and it was a nightmare. I was in the second overflow.
Oh, somebody told me about that, but I didn't understand why there was.
Me either.
Yeah,
I was not expecting it when I drove down and I couldn't figure out where the end of the line was, so, yeah.
okay, I'll get an update for you.
Thank you, Marge. Any questions for Marge? Okay. Number 11, report of members. Tom?
I'll check, thank you.
Eric?
Well, actually, and the only reason I'm really bringing it up is because I got a call this afternoon, as I'm sure you two did as well, from a reporter from Bangor Daily News, asking for my thoughts about the problem with the post office. I haven't had a chance to return the call, but is there going to be pressure on the municipal level to the post office
Oh,
about?
I called Senator Collins' office, and I have a direct line now to this guy, Chuck, I don't think I'm pronouncing his name right, Maharas, or something like that. And he was going to contact Sean Creeley, the president of Penobscot Island Air, and just say, is it okay if we start an inquiry with the post office? So Senator Collins' office is on it. Sean had emailed me for the last few weeks, letting me know what was going on, that they hadn't been paid. I said, well, at that point, I said, do you want me to contact our, legislators on the federal level? And he said no, that they were trying to work with their attorneys. And there's a claims process that you're supposed to go through, and they wanted to try to work it out. But still this week, they had not received any payment. So he said that he was going to not deliver the mail today. I don't get the impression that this is going to be an ongoing thing with them, but I think they wanted to try to make a point.
That's what
And
the Facebook post kind of read that way.
yeah. I'm sympathetic. I mean, that's a lot of money to be owed
It is a
by
lot
the
of money.
government. So I'm sure that the other town administrators are doing similar things, but because I had that good direct contact with Senator Collins' office, I did call them, and he emailed me right back, and he's on it. So I'm hopeful that some action, that they can do something to twist some arms to,
Resolve it.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Well, we'll be thinking of Penn Bay Air because, wow, that's a lot of money to be owed and not be paid.
yeah. And I also got 2 or 3 calls from reporters.
If I did, I did not.
Yeah,
No, I
it was just-
did.
It was the voice, yeah, it was the voicemail.
I didn't answer, so. I don't have anything. Peyton? Okay, he's good.
I'm good.
Can I just ask Kurt?
Sure.
Kurt, is it something that we need to go into executive session, or is this an open session discussion, or?
No, it should be fine. We're going to talk about an overview and
Okay.
law enforcement in general. Yeah.
So, number 12, discuss the contract with Knox County Sheriff's Office.
I'll just strike the executive session part.
Okay,
I think you're all set.
yeah,
Okay. Hi, everyone. We want to do a brief check-in. We've been trying to go to all the towns. And by the way, I don't know everybody in the room. My name is Chief Deputy Andrick, and I have Sheriff Polkey here as well that could take some questions and whatnot when we get to that point. But we wanted to do a brief overview of last year and some of the sheriff's activities. And generally, I'll go into the staffing. We still remain fully staffed at the sheriff's office. We have for over a year. We're fortunate in that aspect. We're also very fortunate to have 2 deputies that continue to live on the island in Vinalhaven. We have deputy is on North Haven as well. We are in a very fortunate position. I know in years past we've had some issues sometimes providing the coverage, but we feel very, very fortunate to have the people that we have out there currently. So another update is the sheriff's boat that continues to be used. We fortunately have not had to use it a lot. The sheriff's boat was obtained through ARPA funding. That's through the federal funding that was approved by the Knox County Budget Committee and the Knox County Commissioners. Probably in 2022, I believe that was approved. So we continue to use the boat when the need arises, usually in emergency situations when we need to get additional resources to the island, meaning maybe the deputies on the island need more help during a particular call, or maybe it's a bona fide emergency where we need to get staff out there. And also we've used the boat to transport prisoners as well. And as far as other options, I know some people have mentioned, we have other options for transportation. We do have the Marine Patrol, and we also have the Coast Guard from time to time. We just want to remind people that the Marine Patrol is not always available. There have been times when we have called the Marine Patrol and they have not been available to help us get to the island. And that it goes for the same as the U.S. Coast Guard. All very important assets to have, but the Coast Guard is not always available either. There are times when the Coast Guard goes beyond their allotted hours to be out at sea, and they're not able to provide transportation. So it's been very fortunate to have the police boat in operation. And we do currently have, I believe, 4 fully trained staff members to operate the boat. So I was going to talk briefly about some of the stats last year. Vinalhaven had 1,074 calls to service in 2025. The island probably averages around 1,000 calls a year. The total calls for all of Knox County is generally around 13 to 14,000 calls a year. That includes all the towns on the mainland as well. So Vinalhaven generates around 1,000 calls a year out of that total. Year to date, we are at 337 calls for 2026, which is generally going in that direction to be around 1,000 calls a year. We have had some success. Areas that we've had heard, from citizens of concern. I don't want to go into great detail. We understand the drug problem continues to be a problem. Also, we recognize not only substance use, but also the mental health problem that we face on the mainland, across the state, including the islands. The 2 and 2 usually go hand in hand. Substance use and mental health will often go hand in hand. And some of the challenges we've had have been the yellow flag laws and the red flag laws. When we get a yellow flag process, which is when we have to apply for a yellow flag order to take away people's firearms in a mental health crisis, those calls can take up to 6 to 8 hours of 1 to 2 deputies' time to get through that process. It's a very long process, it can be. So I just want to briefly update people on a couple other areas of the county. The county dispatch, regional dispatch center, it has had great success over the past 6 months. They're fully staffed. They have a new dispatch director who's doing a great job. We have numerous applicants in waiting to join the dispatch center. It's a good problem to have. They can't fill any of the positions because they're full. So we've had quite a turnaround in that area. And I'll touch briefly on the jail, and maybe Sheriff Polkey will as well. Starting January 1st of this year, the jail transitioned into a 72-hour holding facility. Although that was an unfortunate thing for several employees of the jail, I believe we had to believe 22 employees were affected by that change, and thankfully only 1 employee at the end had to be laid off. The other 21 employees found other employment at other correctional facilities. So we had hoped that 0 employees would be affected by that, but at the end of the day, 1 employee was affected. If we had continued on that course of a fully functioning jail for 2026, we would have had to increase the corrections budget by $1.5 million to $2 million a year. So the Knox County taxpayers would have had to have come up with another $1.5 million to operate the jail at a fully functioning jail, which we discussed it a lot internally, and we didn't feel that that was the right direction to go, and was not fair for the taxpayers to have to burden that $1.5 million to $2 million additional dollars a year. So we are working with Two Bridges Regional Jail in Wiscasset to share the burden, if you will. We think it's makes more sense to share the burden with 2 other counties to provide a jail in Wiscasset, rather than every county in Maine trying to do it on their own. Really, we've been talking about collaboration with the 3 counties for a number of years. So other parts of the state are also talking about sharing jail resources, and that is the direction of the state at this moment. So that's sort of an update on, I kind of went into other areas, but if anyone has any questions, we're here and ready to try to answer them the best we can.
Anybody have any questions? No? Peyton?
Thank you. Yeah, thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you, Kurt.
Yeah, and there are things that sometimes we may not be able to discuss, but if anyone had any questions about the coverage that's provided, or general questions that we might be able to answer, we'd be happy to try to answer them.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
And as far as the contract's concerned, we're very close to having the commissioners review that, and we hope to have it sent back over for your signature. I do have Sheriff Polkey here if anybody had any questions for him, or did you want to? Okay. Sheriff Polkey may want to say a few things if that's okay, and we'll go from there.
Good evening, everyone. Pat
Hi there.
Polkey. Some of you may have remembered me from probably 2014 or 15. I worked out on North Haven and came over and helped out a few times with some bigger complaints. So some of you may recognize my face from then. Just to touch on Sheriff in particular, new to this role as this my first term. You're dealing with a lot of the chief, because the chief does a lot of the operational stuff. So Marjorie dealt with me when I was the chief deputy quite often as well. So just want to kind of hit for you folks that as the sheriff in an elected role, just learning the politics, I'm not as deep in the operational side of things as I used to be. I actually spend quite a bit of time working with other elected officials, spent a lot of time these last few months in Augusta fighting for funding for different things, fighting for legislative changes for different things for public safety. But just to hit on some of the things that the chief had mentioned to you folks. So you probably saw the budget crisis or a lack of a budget committee for us. That has been resolved. I was able, because I am also a dedimus justice, so I swore in our budget committee members a few weeks ago, and we are working through the county budget process. Actually, the public safety, or at least the sheriff's budgets, will all be this Thursday evening. So if you get a chance, go online, just look at the county website. We do have a new YouTube page that is a little easier to use than Town Hall Streams, I believe. So that will be live tomorrow if you want to watch, Thursday if you want to watch that. But we'll go through all the sheriff's budget. So that's the corrections, the airport security, and then what I call all other, even though they've called it patrol for many, many years, but it's actually all other, which includes civil, law enforcement, criminal investigations, and all those things. So if you want to watch that, we'll give some not broad brush, we'll give more detailed answers of the budget. But basically for the law enforcement piece, which the contract, as the chief had mentioned, that you folks are involved in, really no big increase, basically just cost of living, wages, benefits, those things. There are no additions to that other than potentially fuel. We've talked about the same concern here in the county, that especially seeing gas go up $1 in just less than a week. That is a concern for us as well. In talking with the county administrator and the commissioners, we are trying to figure out the same thing of, do we build in a contingency or do we use what we have left of undesignated? So just wanted to hit on corrections in particular. You folks don't see it as much. You have a lot more direct involvement with the law enforcement side. But to the chief's point with the corrections budget, kind of a misnomer that's out there is there's this large increase. We actually aren't going to see a large increase. It will be a slight increase. What we've done in the past years, which came out with the communications budget, if you've been watching that side of things, is we've been using a lot of undesignated reserve and other contingency or other lines that we've had kind of sitting in our budgets, and using those to offset a lot of these huge expenses, trying to save the property taxpayer, which, by the way, I am one in the town of St. George. But we're exhausting most of those funds at the county level, unfortunately. And if you've been watching kind of the local or even the statewide news, it's not a problem just for us. It's a problem across all correctional facilities in all counties right now. But again, there'll be more details on that on Thursday evening. But just want you to know we're doing our best to keep the budgets as low as possible because we do feel that impact ourselves anytime we increase these things. So I just wanted to present that to you folks tonight, and I'll take any questions if you have them.
Questions? Peyton, questions? Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on and joining us tonight.
Absolutely, and thank you all. Take care.
Thank you.
I was waiting for you to say it. Number 13,
Oh, I move we adjourn.
adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? All right, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
See you, Peyton.
Volleyball.
Thank you.
Time for volleyball. See you, Peyton.
See ya.